7March Productions presents Connecting with Betty Jane Ware Show. Betty Jane is a third-generation seer and highly intuitive reader. She is a practicing witch with over 30 years in the craft. An international psychic, Betty Jane has a number of well-known personalities as her clients. Betty Jane is very much to the point, a natural reader, very intuitive with whom you immediately feel a connection with. Should you have a reading together, you will be calling back for future appointments. Betty Jane is currently working on her 4th book in the Connecting With series. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to ask a question to Betty Jane Ware. Enjoy this 1 hour of intuitive readings and healings.
Hello and welcome to the Connecting With Show with Betty Jane. Tiffany, Roz, and I are just laughing about the fact that we changed our date, we changed our call-in number, but we forgot to put it in the intro. So, for anybody there, please, I'm just laughing because Tiffany's telling me, tell them. I'm like, okay. The new number is 323. I don't know what the new number is, Tiffany. Now everybody's going to be laughing at me. Yes, it's all good. Anyways, let's go on, and I will tell. It's 323-870-3791. That is the new telephone number. My husband's sitting beside me tonight, and he's laughing at me too, so it's all good. I have been gone for a while, since January almost. I've been traveling around. I've been down in Salem, Massachusetts, working, setting up Witchcraft Boot Camp, which will be run out of Artemisia Botanicals on the first weekend in May. And so if you want information on that, please email me at bettyjaneware@me.com, and I'll be happy to send you the information. It's not quite up on the website yet, but it will be shortly. I've also been over to the UK doing some work over there, and I got to do something I wanted to do for as long as I can remember, and that was take a class at the London College of Psychic Studies, and to take a class with Gordon Smith, who is my favorite rock star medium. So I got to spend some time at a weekend with him learning new techniques and things, and it was really an awesome opportunity for me, and I learned so much, and I had such a great time. I did so much over in the UK, so I'm really pleased about that. And some of the new techniques and things I've been practicing in my clients since I've been back, and it's been a whole new way of looking at things for me. I've never had any formal mediumship training, so it was a lot of fun. What else is going on in my little neck of the woods? Well, at the end of the month, I'll be in Belleville, Ontario, doing readings at the Travel Lodge there, so I'm really looking forward to that. Then in April, I am in Toronto at the Toronto Psychic Show at the C&E grounds, and then at the end of April, down to Oneonta, New York, to do the shift fair there. So it is a busy couple of weeks coming up. So what is our tarot cards going to say today? So what kind of a week lies ahead of us? Well, I pulled the Sun, so success and good health. Well, not exactly good health because I have a bad cold right now. I'm blaming my husband, but it's probably being stuck on an airplane for so long. High self-esteem, confidence in love and career, improved physical condition and overall energy level, mental alertness, optimism and happiness, a period of contentment and joy. Doubtful ventures will now have a great future. Well, that's absolutely true for my. There's always education to be completed, and there's always a little bit of study to go along with it. So that's always kind of cool. Don't forget you can call into the show and ask any questions. There's no line up right now, so please come ahead and do that. The number is 323-870-3791, and phone in and ask any question that you'd like, and I'll be sure to find an answer for you. I've been busy working. I've been away almost every weekend, so it was nice to come home to see what my family looked like again. Everybody was excited to see me, and I have to tell you, for somebody that lives alone, get yourself a dog, because no matter what, they're always glad to see you. It doesn't matter how long or how short a period you've been away, that dog is always happy to see you and will come to the door with a smile on her face and wag her tail. So, I'm going on, so I hope that everybody is enjoying this lovely, balmy spring weather that we're having, even though it's only the beginning of March. I know that I've been enjoying it. Next week I am doing my Psychic Cafe, and we are going to be talking about palm reading. And when I teach palm reading, I do it a little differently. Of course, there's only I can do. I do a lot of things a little differently. But everybody that comes out to my Psychic Cafe in Woodbridge always comes out with a handful of information and sheets. And so what I do for the Psychic Cafe for palm reading is we take a clear acetate overlay, and we put it on top of our palm. And this overlay has all the lines imprinted on it, so you can see the palm right through them. They really are quite cool. They were my grandmother's, and she passed them on to me when she gave up doing them, and it's really neat. I even use them when I'm doing actual readings with clients, because that way they can see their heart line, their love line, and see the divisions and the breaks and how it works. So it's really kind of a cool thing. Unfortunately, I can't do palm reading on the air, so I can't do one for you right now. Going on, after palm reading, we have full moon magic, and so please check the website or meetup.com to see what's going on there. And I've been promising it, but later on in March, we will have virtual Psychic Cafe, which means all the classes that I do in the Psychic Cafe in person in Woodbridge, you will be able to do online. And that's right, we'll be doing it through a online presence, and it'll be video conferencing. The cost will be the same, but you will learn a little bit about tarot, path working, spirit guide, palm reading, crystal ball, all sorts of different things. So please look on that on my website, and you'll see that coming up soon. One of the other things I have on the go is next spring, we are in talks to get a inner goddess workshop on the ground. So that will be something that will be happening in two different locations. One will be here in Toronto, and that'll be over the series of about 6 or 8 weeks. And the other one will be overseas in the UK, and that will be a 1-week workshop in Glastonbury. So we are looking forward to doing that. Going to do a lot of different things, finding out what makes yourself tick, doing some meditation, some path working, a little bit of inner work, maybe some crystal magic, some spell work, blocking a labyrinth, seeing what areas of your life might need improvement, and where you're really shining too, and celebrating all those little successes and shining. So right now there's a lot going on in everybody's world, and I don't want to talk about politics this week, so we're not going to bring that into this week's Connecting With show at all, except for maybe the politics of hockey, because I have to say right now, I think the Leafs are going to win tonight. So if you could pick one tarot card in the deck to talk about, what would it be? What's your favorite card? What's your favorite deck? Everybody's got their own favorite deck. Maybe that's something you'd like to share with us today. I'm a Rider-Waite girl. It's the deck I fall back to most times. I can read with a number of different decks, but I tend to go back to the Rider-Waite deck. I sort of feel like it's the modern marvel of decks, I guess. I don't know. Marseille, of course, was the original deck, and it had no illustrations in the minors, but with Rider-Waite Smith deck, Pixie Smith there, she put the illustrations in the minors and really gave us something to work with instead of just 8 swords or coins or chalices or whatever. But in order to put, for instance, if you look at the 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck, you'll notice that the woman is surrounded by swords. She's got a foot in the water, a foot on the ground. You can see the house on the cliff in the background, but you can see that she's blindfolded and bound. And how would you get that from a card that just had 8 swords on it? So the meaning of the 8 of Swords, well, swords are the intellectual suit. So it's things that happen in your mind. So it's about being overwhelmed by problems and personal losses, issues. You might be dominated. You might be feeling restricted. You might be forced into living by other people's standards or rules. There's a sense of entrapment. And that's all things that you can get from looking at a picture. It's not something that you can get from looking at a picture of 8 swords, though. So the more that we put into our readings, the more we're going to get out of it. With this particular card, you have to think clearly, remembering that tarot is a deck of 78 pictures. So it's really, literally, a book of pictures. It doesn't matter what we see or do. It's how we interpret the cards. It doesn't matter what the book says the card should mean. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks it means. When people come to me for a reading and I'm using cards, it matters what I think it means at that time. I might be using the card with a particular situation, and it might be guiding me there. I might be using the cards to give a more definite or clear answer. So it's another way it might be thinking. One of the other decks I use quite a bit is an oracle deck, and it's the only oracle deck I use, and the Witch's Wisdom deck. And the thing with oracle decks is I find they're very specific to a particular question or cause. So you can't, I don't want to use the word manipulate, but you can't make an oracle deck suit what you need it to mean. With tarot, you can a little bit. A tarot card means what you need it to mean in a specific situation. And I think that's why, as a reader, we can't read for ourselves, because it's too easy to actually make the card mean what we need it to mean, to make it mean what we want it to mean, because maybe it's what we need it to mean is not what we want it to mean, because wants and needs can be two very different things. And I think I've used this as an example before, because I need to have X number of dollars for groceries in a week, but if I decide to go out for a fancy dinner, then I'm not going to have that dollar. But it's funny how I always have that money for what I wanted in that, but now I might not have the money I need for the rest of the week in order to feed myself or my family. Not that that's something I would do, but it does give you an example. If swords are the suit of air, air is the suit of intellect and chaos. And I keep going back to swords for some reason this week, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's a card that I tend to be picking a lot of lately for myself. So, for instance, I picked the Ace of Swords, and I picked the 10 of Swords, and I also picked the 8 of Swords, which is really kind of weird. All those swords, you think, oh my gosh, what's she going through? Well, actually, life is pretty good right now, but if I look at the Ace of Swords, it's an excellent time for work and intellectual projects, breakthroughs. My life's mission, my career, it becomes clear, well, after what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, absolutely. I realize that I'm doing what I love to do, what I need to do, so that's always good. Decisions are decided and guided by what is true for myself and true for others. And one of the things you have to think about if you're looking at your spidey sense, as I call it, or your intuitive ability, putting your own judgment on others. I don't care. It's not that I don't care. I do care. But my thoughts and feelings on your situation aren't important. It's how you feel and react in the situation. If you're having an affair, it's not my judgment. It doesn't affect me. I don't need to know. I just need to know that you're going to be happy and do the right thing for yourself. It doesn't matter about anybody else in that situation. What's right for you is the most important. So let's talk about that Ten of Swords. Has anybody ever looked at this tarot card, the Ten of Swords? It's kind of grim. They've got a person, a figure, lying on the ground, and they've got 10 swords in their back. Can't be good, can it? Let me out. So somebody's not being true to them. So that gives us some food to talk about before we go on to our first caller, which is 917. Hello, 917.
Hi, I just started listening to the program, and I haven't really figured out what you're talking about, and I'm not sure I can contribute anything.
Absolutely, it can be. Did you have a question tonight?
If you were doing readings later, I was going to ask a reading question.
Absolutely, I'm doing readings. Absolutely, I'm doing readings.
Oh, I would love one then, please.
Okay, did you have a question?
Well, my guides know what I'm interested in right now. Is it possible for me just to say they know what my angels and guides know what I need to hear about or would like to hear about, and I'll leave it up to them?
For our listeners, I think I need a little bit more for them because they need to know what the question is.
Sure. I would like to know my next best step in finding a new apartment.
Your next best step in finding a new apartment. How long have you been where you are right now?
About 4.5 years.
Okay. So it's time to move on. What's stopping you?
Finding a nice, affordable place within reasonable commuting distance of my office.
Okay, because it seems like right now it's going to be a bit of a time. It's like a little overwhelming. You're not getting the breaks that you need right now. Does that make sense to you?
In some respects, yes. I started looking last week, and what I've seen is like, this isn't. I was hoping for better than this.
Yeah, absolutely. So you will get there. It's just that right now, it's very much the beginning of your journey. It will happen for you. But think about looking outside the box. Think about considering some different ways of looking at it. I know you're looking at apartments, so maybe a townhouse, maybe something along a different sort of line. I don't see it being in the same situation. You need to look outside the box a little more.
Oh, I'm looking at rentals and whatever is available I'm looking at.
Yeah, don't settle. I'm hearing that right now. Don't settle because you'll end up in a space where you'll have to be moving again soon. So not to settle. But make some changes in what you're looking for, and you'll see the opportunities start to arise for you.
Okay, I'll have to think about that. Looking for changes, is it like looking in different areas than I've been looking in, or what?
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure.
I think, definitely. Looking in a different area, but also, like I said, I know you're looking at rentals, so the first thing you said to me was an apartment, and I heard right away, no, it's not an apartment you should be looking for, it's a house. So I don't know what that means to you, but I am hearing that it's something a little bigger than the apartment, a different area, but the area that you're looking at, the right house, the right property is there for you. It's just not in the right area. It's like you're so fixed on one area that you're not thinking about something else. It is going to be there for you, though. It's more up. I don't want to say up and coming, but I want to say more artistic. The area.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, there's several artistic areas in the city.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it's more trendy, I guess, is the real area. I want to say trendy, artsy, things like that. So.
Great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I look
You're
forward
welcome.
to listening to the rest of the show. Please don't hang up.
I have to tell you, I'm not going to. You have a great afternoon.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. I have to say, I'm going off in a couple of different tangents today. My husband did give me a cold, so I'm blaming him. I just got the wide-eyed, innocent look. But, yes, he did give me a cold. And so if I'm going off in a different Okay, it's evening. Okay, this is new. It used to be the 2 o'clock show. Now it's a little later, so it is evening. Sorry, but so if I'm going off on different tangents, I don't mean to be. It's just I do have a bit of a fever, so don't tease me, Tiffany Roz. So let's talk about tarot. So we know, I think we've talked about this, but maybe I have a whole new audience group here. Tarot is divided into a deck of 78 cards. And so every card has its own unique meaning. The deck has two distinct parts. There are the major and the minor arcana, and that means change. So big and small change. Now, a small change can be more important than a big change. So don't think that any one of those parts are more important than the other. Now, the minor arcana is divided into 4 suits, and they are your wands, which are fire, your chalices, which are water, your swords, which are air, and your pentacles, which are earth. The major arcanas have 22 cards, and they are numbered 0 to 21, 0 being the Fool and 21 being the Wheel. Oh, sorry. No, the World, not the Wheel, sorry. I'm going to get yelled at on different levels by different people here. So, when you sit down for a this is an exercise I had to do not that long ago. When you sit down for a reading, you need to be open, you need to be honest, and you need to think about what you want, what you truly want. Let's face it, you're plunking down a lot of money to have that reading. So you may as well open up and let your reader in. If you have a question, be specific. Be careful how you phrase your question. Let's see. Am I going to get a job? Is a very different question than am I going to get a job in the field from which I have worked in. For instance, if you're a lawyer and you want to know if you're going to get a job, and I say yes, and you end up working at McDonald's, it might not be thinking that you got a job. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. It's actually pretty good on a resume, I hear. But if you trained for a law school, that might have been a question you wanted to know. So be very specific when you have a reading. One of the things I'll do when I'm sitting down for a psychic or a mediumship reading is I will ask permission and then hold my client's hands just to get a better sense of the client, to get into their energy field, to help them connect on a deeper level. So, and then I will ask them if they have a particular question or area that they wanted to discuss that day. If they are looking for a particular person, then that's my job to bring that person to them. As a medium, it's not my job to say, oh, are you looking for who are you looking for? I'm supposed to be able to give you that specific information. If you're looking for your great-grandpa Paul, then I should be able to tell you about Paul. I should be able to give you his name, how he passed. I should be able to offer you some comfort. I should be able to share some memories with you. I should be able to do those things. In a psychic reading, it's a little different. I'm working very much the same way, where I'm working with your energy, but I'm also working with my guides as well. So I might ask you to be specific in your question rather than just say a general reading. Like when we had our caller, I asked her to be specific in her question, not only for me, but for what the other people in the audience want to hear. When we're sitting in a private reading, it's a little different. It's just you and me. So the situation's always a little different. One of the things I do that's a little different is I generally record my readings and then send them off to the people in an email so that they've got them for as long as they want them. Quite often I'll give a gift at the end of a reading, a stone or a talisman of some sort, to just give a little peace and comfort. As a medium, it's my job to provide. I work for spirit, so it doesn't really matter who's paying me. I work for the person that you're trying to connect with. That's my first job. I am to pass on the messages from them. I am like the mailman. It's not my job to interpret them. I am just there to give you the message, and I can help you with it. I can help you find the message, maybe find the meaning in the message. I can help you with. I can help you with direction. I can help you with a lot of things along those lines. The other thing I can do as a medium is I am to provide some comfort to you, to provide some happiness, some joy, some last words, some wisdom. So let's see. We have another caller. It's caller number 203, please.
Hello.
Hello. And who am I speaking
Hi.
to? Hi.
This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How can I help?
Well, I am considering a move for a change in job and a move, and so I expect my daughter too greatly, so both of us, and I wanted to know what you see for me and what's a good idea, because there's actually some job, not offers, but potential jobs in various parts of the country.
Okay. Tell me, is there a man involved in this?
No, not at all.
Okay, because if there's not, there's going to be one soon, I have to tell
Ooh.
you. Yeah, new opportunity is coming. Are you thinking about going further west?
No.
Okay, because that's what I'm seeing. Sorry. Where were you thinking about going?
Well, I'm already in California, so, I mean, there is an idea, no particular job, there is an idea that I could go more north in California, but otherwise it would be east.
Okay, because I'm still seeing you out. I'm still seeing you on the West Coast then, because I keep seeing west. So, and there's new opportunity. Is one of the things doing something for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you mean the job?
Yeah. Is it going to be more project management type thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping not to have too much responsibility, honestly, but I want the right amount of responsibility.
Yeah, I'm seeing new ventures, a new chance to take on more responsibility. Sorry, I do see that, and that's why I asked if there was more management or maybe something to do for yourself. So I also get you need to do some more stuff outdoors too.
I do.
Yeah. But
I'm very trapped. I'm very trapped where I am. The area is literally a trap. I have a hard time driving anywhere, going anywhere. I mean, maybe when the weather gets nice, I can start playing tennis again outside, but I only have one partner for that.
Okay. Well, that's going to change. There is a new person coming into your life. That much I can tell you for sure. So it is about decisions, though, but it is a good relationship is coming for you. It's going to be a period of good times, good relationships, good friendships. So the past is behind you. You're moving forward in a much more positive and outgoing way.
Nice. When am I going to meet this man?
Oh, not until after the summer.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. It is coming for you, but after the summer. So thinking the end of August, middle of September. Sorry, can't dial them up any faster.
So it sounds like I just can't see myself being in this particular job, for past the summer. I just feel like I have to make a move.
No, I think you will. I think you will, but I think that the man comes after that. Right now you're in a place where you can't really. I don't want to say you can't fail, but your aptitude for success in getting what you want is really high. So this is a good time to make those changes.
Yeah.
but all the jobs are between Minnesota, Massachusetts, Texas.
No, you're not going east. No, you're not going east. You're staying out west. Sorry, you're staying out west. Just keep plugging away at it. I do know that that's going to change for you. You're in a time of high success. You're in a time of good energy. So a lot of self-esteem and confidence right now. So go with it and keep plugging away because that job is there for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Thanks. I caught myself that time. I said evening, not afternoon. See, I'm giving myself a virtual pat on the back. And let's see. So when you sit down for a reading, it should be that sort of intense. That sort of information should flow, and it should be very interesting. And don't forget, you can always connect with me for your own personal reading by phone, by Skype, at 416-894-2602. And please don't forget to call into the show at 323-870-3791. And you can always hit my website for some information at www.bettyjaneware.com. Psychic Cafe is next Monday night in Woodbridge, Ontario at 7 o'clock at the Panera Bread on Famous Players Drive. I am going to be in Belleville at the Travel Lodge on Bay Street, on Bay Bridge Road, the 24th and 25th and 26th of March. And we can have another caller at 860, please.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. And who am I speaking with?
This is Amla.
And how are you today, Amla?
Good, and yourself?
Good. How can I help?
I was wondering if you see a possible friendship leading into something flourishing. You possibility
leading into a more of a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
And how long have you known this person?
It's been a while. It's been 6 months. I went to a meditation this past Sunday, and it was he was facilitating it, and it's just beautiful. He's just, in the sense, like, I was being me. Like, that's what's so interesting about this. It's like I'm not changing or trying to be anything else. And it was just beautiful interacting with him, and I felt the connection there. I think it's going slow, but in a good way, of course. It's how things grow.
I think there's great potential there, but I think you're wise to take it slow, especially when it's in the relationship of a teacher and a student. So, and I realize it's a meditation teacher or facilitator, but I really want you to take it slow. I think it's something that really needs to grow and be tended to. So Let's take it slow. I know you don't want to. I know you're all jittery and want to go in. It seems like 6 months is way too long, but let's take it slow and take our time and go in with our eyes wide open, because I think there's really good potential here for you. And I think so too. Rush into it. Yeah, and that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, it's kind of like a plant. I feel like it's a plant growing, because it's just it's naturally doing its thing, and it's like the more. It's not like I see him all the time anyway. It's just very natural, very natural.
Good.
When we connect,
I think this is going to happen for you, but I think, like you said, it has to go. It's got to go at its own time. Don't rush into it.
Okay.
It'll be worth the wait, I promise.
Can I ask you, just like, this is just, I'm sure you're picking up on my energy. I think I always draw in people. I'm very outgoing in the sense of I'm very open-minded, and I'm not afraid to just be me and vulnerable and all that good stuff. And everybody's in a different place. And I think that I draw in most of the time, actually in my past, including this one, but it's different, the quiet guys, the quiet people. So I think what I struggle with, well, I don't think I know, I struggle with the fact that I could be I'm very forward, like, and not in a bad way, but I just say what I mean what I say, and I say it. So sometimes people get a little bit, I don't know what the word is. They get a little bit, what is going on here kind of thing. And I don't want to act like I'm on eggshells either. I don't think it's only him either. It's just, generally speaking, it feels like, how do you balance that out? I guess.
I don't. I'm just me. I don't make excuses for it. My husband would tell you I have no filter. So whatever comes into my head comes out of my mouth. Not everybody knows how to take it, but that's okay. My true friends, the people who know me and love me accept me. The other people, well, if they're not a client, then like they're not important. So the people who are important in my life understand all the aspects of it. So. And
yeah.
I think if you're, at least everybody knows. I tell them how I call it how I see it, and there's no false pretenses. Don't be what you're not. It won't ever work for you.
Yeah, I think it's a learning curve. Yeah, and I don't walk on eggshells. I don't want to feel like I'm something that I'm not. That's why because I'm like the sad girl too, so I used to put my foot in my mouth all the time.
So I get that. So I get that too.
When's your birthday?
December the 8th.
Okay, I'm the 16th. Oh my goodness, yeah. You get it.
I walk around 1 foot in mouth. It's a permanent state, so it's a good thing I can walk on 1 foot. So.
Yeah, interesting. Isn't it interesting? Yeah,
I can't pretend not to be that way. So so I don't try not to be. That comes with age and experience.
Well, and I think this is part of my growth during this time anyway. I don't want a friendship to turn into a relationship because I need something. It's just something, it's a partnership. It's like a business partner, but it's not. Yeah. Companionship. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you for that, fellow Saggy.
There you go. Thanks. You have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See, there's me, open mouth, insert foot all the time. Okay. If we could have the next caller, 678, please. 678.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And who am I speaking with?
You speaking to Gina.
And how can I help you today?
Yes. I'm just calling to ask you. I just recently started a new job a couple of weeks ago. After some time, I'm not finding work, and don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for it. It's just a couple of issues. The long commute and the pay is low. Am I open up to finding new opportunities with better commute, better pay?
Yep. They are coming your way. Don't panic. You just might not be seeing them right now, but they are there for you. So open your eyes, take a look around, and I think you'll find something. I think you'll find exactly what you need, but just take a look around. The opportunity is there for you. This job is just a transition one. The one that you want is right there for you, and it's coming sooner than you think, so don't panic.
Okay, because that's what I was saying. That's why I'm not going to, not be so grateful, because I really am, because I really could have nothing. So at least I am out of the stuck energy of, not having a job. So now that I have one. Exactly.
If you got one, you want a better one.
Right. Yeah, because it was, exactly. It's like, okay, just any job. And at that time I was willing to take anything because it's been so long, and I'm like, okay, now I need something better that's a little closer. much closer from where I have to go.
But now you can be
Yes.
a little more picky because you've got this one to fall back on.
Right, exactly. So and I just got tired of focusing on work.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of focusing on work. Right.
Absolutely.
I don't. Yes, because I want to, not saying I don't go out, but I can't go out if my money's not right. You know what I mean? So.
That's right.
And I don't have a lot of friends, so I just like, okay, once I get that off my back, then I can focus on, the fun me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be serious all the time, even though I have to because I got to take care of people and things. So, right. So, okay. So it's closer than.
Yes,
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Thank you. You take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Okay. And caller number 806, please, Tiffany Roz.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for taking my call.
And who am I speaking with?
My name is Sherry.
Hey,
Texas.
Sherry, how can I help today?
I appreciate it if you look and see what energy you're picking up or what you can see as far as the relocation, because I really feel like it's time to move.
Okay.
And I'm wanting to head west.
Ah. See, I told the other lady she was going west, and she was in California, so she couldn't go west.
Well, you can go to Japan.
There you go. I never thought of that. So, are you thinking about California? Where are you thinking about going out west?
Yeah, Malibu.
Okay.
Or somewhere around there,
right.
southern. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. I can't tell you when, but I do know you're going. What's stopping you?
I feel that.
Pardon?
I said I feel it, and I don't know why it feels so urgent, imminent, but I don't. What's the problem is I don't see the how right now, and so it makes me wonder.
Well, I don't think. I think that once it all comes together, it's going to be a seamless transition for you. You've got more on the go than you're. You've got more on the go than you're giving yourself credit for. So don't panic about it too much. It is there for you. There's opportunities that you're not grasping or taking yet. So
Okay.
it is going to happen for you. It's funny. It seems like to me, like I'm not really. It's California, so I want to say May for some reason, but I don't know why.
Well, here's the thing, and that may be what you're picking up on. I've got a friend. Her name is Ruth, and I've been on and off hosting her in my home while she Airbnbs her home. And she lives in Southern California, and I like her a lot. Her energy just kind of helped shift mine to where I feel like I'm able to make a move like that. And she's been offered an interview in Malibu, and her internship would start in May through August. And so what I was thinking is visit her. Since I've hosted her, she could host me while I take a look around in July. But the May part is, I don't know, maybe her internship starting.
Connections and making connections.
Yeah, because I have a feeling once
like
I
that.
get out there, it won't be long. Just look around. And I'm such a little homebody. It would be nice if I knew, staying with her would kind of feel better, so I would know someone.
Yeah.
Because that's
I guess you like to know people. You like to know a little bit. When so much is uncertain, you like to know the things you can control. I understand that.
Right. And
So,
she can tell me what not to do, not to go to that neighborhood, that type of thing,
Yeah. No, I see that happening for you, but you need to take full advantage of all your resources. You're not doing that.
Okay. I don't know what else I
If you were your own client, what would you be telling them?
Take a couple trips.
Yep. Sort it out. Get it set in your head.
Like I said, and then once
look around.
Step foot up there, I'll know. Once I feel it, it'll be in me, and that's it. It'll start happening. And then the only other thing I can think about is maybe start telling people here who may or may not have resources out there that I'm moving.
Yeah. Absolutely. But you'll also build up out there as well. So.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. I really feel it, and it's such a big undertaking. It just makes me nervous. Make sure I'm getting my signals clearly.
No, you got this.
Thank
got
you.
this. You're very welcome. You have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. If I could please have caller number 212, please.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. Hanging in there. How are you?
Good, thanks. And who am I speaking with?
Karen.
Hi, Karen. How can I help today?
Okay. Well, I also wanted to ask about moving or relocating because that seemed to be coming up. However, I also have more suddenly a dental issue that seemed to really exacerbate and flare up. So
No.
I should ask about that. Yeah, I went for a consult with a different dentist. I hadn't been in a while. And they're saying I need to lose all my top teeth and get dentures. So I wondered.
No.
I know. I'm like in shock over it. I didn't think it would be happening yet. I've been trying to ward it off. I've had a lot of teeth issues over the years and runaway infections, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Are you picking up anything about if this is the right thing to do at the right time, or?
Oh, gosh, I'm not a dentist.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant, like spirit had any.
I think that I No, I get that. I'm just saying, I'm. You'd have to understand. I'm so afraid of the dentist. I'm sitting here clenching up. Oh gosh. No, I really think you need to listen to this. You really need to listen and pay attention to what your dentist says. They know about that a heck of a lot more than I do, and quite honestly, there's a reason they're telling you that. So I would definitely. It seems to me that you need to do this before you move.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready to.
If you're not comfortable with it, then obviously go for a second opinion.
Yeah. Right.
But you might want to do it in a situation. You might want to do it before you go, because you might be in a place where you trust the dentist that you're with now or that you're comfortable with. I don't know if that's something I'd want to do with a complete and total new medical team around me.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Where do you want to move?
Well, nothing is happening. I mean, it's just. I feel that between my landlord and the co-op neighbors, they want me out. So I feel there's some campaign brewing. They already tried to make one kind of a complaint, and I shot them down and spoke to the landlord and sent a letter, and I think I took care of it, but I have no idea. So I think they're just, trying to look at all kinds of angles. How can we get her out?
Okay.
And I've gotten, vague readings of other people saying, well, it's not just that, it's time for you to move. So I guess I was, that's where it's at. I would like to move, but I'm not sure where I belong and if I'm supposed to stay here or if it's in the cards for me to move. I would like to be in a warmer climate.
Me too. You're in a place that you've done a lot of work on?
I'm sorry?
You've done a lot of work on where you are now? And getting beautiful gardens and things like that. Was that your next place? I'm not sure.
Oh, no, I don't have any gardens here. I live in an apartment building. They do have a backyard area, and I'm not far from a park, which I like.
Then it must be your next place. Right now I'm seeing that this place is a struggle and that you need to move to a place where you can put your own flair on it, because right now you're not able to do that. Right now this is too much of a struggle for you, and I don't mean financially. I mean, it just seems like it's like you've got a wet blanket. You're moving through mud. You've got a wet blanket over top of you, and nothing's able to move forward for you right now. So definitely that's something that needs to be worked on. down south would be great. I'd go with you. What do you do for work?
Well, I said I'm not working now.
Okay, so you're in a position
And
where
I don't have
you
a
could
career. It's a very long story. I was taking care of my grandmother for a number of years, and I had been working in various jobs and trying to get a acting career going, and I just kind of crashed after my grandmother died and had no energy and was chronic fatigue and depression and thought, oh, I'm too old anyway. So I've been on, not proud, but I've been on disability, surviving and not knowing what is it I'm really supposed to do with the rest of my life and where am I supposed to be. So I would like to get off the disability and find the right livelihood and find a better place to live. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
And my health is obviously getting worse because now my teeth.
Yeah, that's not great, but I would get a second opinion for your teeth and then go from there, and maybe a third if that's what you need. But I think at this point it's more doing it for you and making sure and just reevaluating what the dentist has said. There is a potential there for a move for you, but you've got to make it happen. I see a place with a yard for you with more outdoor space that you can make your own.
Are you getting a location?
I think it is. I'm not sure that you're going as far south as you think. I think you just like moving towns.
Uh-huh.
So but it is a much better situation for you because you're not fighting.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Perfect.
These people are very pretty and, not allowed to do anything to the apartment and can't burn sage because they get all crazy what's going on.
Yes, I think it's a much better situation for you. And you'll have some friends there as well, too.
Current friends or I will have friends?
I think you'll be making some new ones.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can I ask, are you getting, is it maybe another borough of Manhattan or a different neighborhood in Manhattan?
I think it's outside of the city.
I'm sorry?
Outside of the city.
Outside of the city.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, you have a great evening. Thank you very much for the call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good insights. Bye.
Okay, and I think we have time for one last caller, number 860.
Is that me?
Hello, yes, that's you. Hi.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was me or not. And how are you, Betty? How are you doing tonight?
I have my husband's head cold. How are you?
Oh, that's not good.
I know.
I'm doing pretty good. I just kind of wanted to know maybe what my future looks like a little bit, if I'm on the right path or.
In which way? Career, love?
Probably spiritual lives, and what kind of field I'm in.
Okay. What do you do for a job right now?
I work with brain injury and also developmentally challenged people.
Oh wow, tough. Good for you. How do you do with that with your own spiritual and intuitive abilities?
Well, sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and you feel like you're constantly taking care of people. I've been at it for quite a while, so spare time stuff. I like doing different things, and just wondering if it's going to get a little better.
I think it will, but I think it's as a result of hard work. It's not going to just sort of happen for you because you want it to. You need to make it work. So I think you're very good at what you do in your career, and I think that you're on the right path with your spidey sense, as I call it. It's just a matter of making it work for you instead of you working for it. So you've got to set your own rules and put up your own boundaries in order to be back in control. But you're definitely on the right path there. And good for you and the brain injuries. I know how hard that can be. My sister was a nurse in trauma, so I get that. It's
yeah,
a tough,
I mean,
tough
you know,
job.
they make a lot of developments, and you know, they make their goals and they keep trying, so it kind of gives you inspiration as well, you know.
Yeah, inspirational and tough all at the same time. So I get that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think anybody with any sort of intuitive ability, it's even a little bit harder on, I think, because you're feeling on a different level. It's not just the five senses, so it's a little different. I think that for you, it's going to get a little bit better, and you'll be able to put your own blinkers on and be able to move forward with it, and you'll be able to help people and yourself on a better level.
Okay. Anything in the love life area? Anything coming in?
I'm not seeing it yet. It's just that I think you've got so much on the go, you don't have time for it right now, to be quite honest with you. So I think you need to sit back and take a rest, and then that'll happen for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to stop my life either, you know.
No, it's just that you don't prioritize yourself first very often, so.
Yeah. All right, well, I thank you for your stuff tonight. That was awesome. The radio show is really good.
Much. Thank you.
All right, and you have an awesome night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for calling, and thanks for connecting. It was good, too, with everybody. And don't forget to go to my website, www.bettyjaneware.com, and check out where I'm going to be next. Thank everybody. And thank you, Tiffany, for all your help tonight. And we'll chat with you all next Tuesday night, same time, same place, a different phone number than we've said originally. So the number is 323-870-3791. And have an awesome evening. Thanks, everyone.